How is it going, my heroes, my villains, and everybody in between? Sean Ross here, and welcome back, guys, to another live reaction to My Hero Academia. We are on manga chapter number 332, entitled State of the Art Hypersonic Intercontinental Cruise.
Is it better to be feared or respected? I say, is it too much to ask for? They say the best weapon is one you never have to fire. I respectfully disagree. I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once. That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far. For your consideration, the Jericho.
Based on that title, we should be continuing with those Tiamat missiles that have been sent over by Commander Ackbar to assist Star and Stripe. Because with last chapter, Star was giving it everything she had going up against Shigaraki. She created this gigantic stand out of the atmosphere and unleashed this plus ultra combo move, hitting him with a smash, thunderclap, and Zeus lightning strike. She unleashed the power of the gods upon Shigaraki, and yet that still was not enough to take this man down. And now Star is just holding him in place with the max lasers as Ackbar is sending those missiles in to hopefully finish the job. But I don't think these missiles are going to be enough to take Shigaraki out, but I am excited and curious to see how much damage they will be able to inflict upon him. So, mount ladies and gentle criminals, without further ado, let's dive right into chapter 332.
Flashback.
It's true that you need to get stronger, and quickly. Time waits for no man. Real villains don't care if you've reached your full potential yet. But your admiration for All Might and sense of loyalty to him are shackles on you.
Shackles? But how?
And it looks like we are starting this chapter off with a flashback right here.
Take a break, team.
It looks like we are back at the US Army base with Star and her pilot bros, and we can see them just hanging out, drinking some beers, but we can see Star with a few scrapes and bruises on her face, and she is just sitting there pouting a bit. Haha, just admit it already. You ain't the greatest at boosting your own power, Star. Though at a glance, my quirk seemed capable of anything. There was always a hard limit when it came to powering myself up. No matter what sort of rule I tried, it never worked out just right. Those who know me well would say, at the end of the day, quirks reflect what's on the inside. After all, maybe it's because Cassie is a girl.
I mean, that's sexist, but okay.
Well, if they're saying something like that, then they honestly don't know Cassie well enough at all. Because we've seen Star and Stripe in action, and she is amazing. She is very powerful with the limited amount of strength she is able to grant herself. Her being a girl has nothing to do with it at all. Hey! That has nothing to do with it, Star. Exactly. Me and this pilot right here, we're on the exact same page. That's just how your quirk is. When it's not enough, use us to pick up the slack. That's how bros roll. I mean, what you're packing is plenty for now, but the problem is you're comparing yourself to All Might.
Think for yourself. You're still trying to imitate me.
Fear not, citizens. Hope has arrived. Because I am here.
My admiration for All Might is a shackle?
True story, but she's the only one who has a chance of catching up to the big man. Yeah, cuz they're both beasts. And as all these pilot bros are laughing in the background, what they said was able to put a small smile on Star's face. Because these men respect her, they know how powerful she is, and she understands that they will always be there behind her, backing her up when she needs them the most. I always hated those words, but they never once said that to me.
End of flashback.
We need to move! We're wasting precious time! I could use some backup!
Lieutenant, we hear you. There's no turning back now. We have to press the attack.
All groups assume attack coordinates.
Bogies approaching fast!
This is where the fun begins.
And with that, we are coming out of the flashback to see the Tiamat missiles closing in on Star's location, because directly in front of them, we can see that Zeus lightning bolt descending from the heavens as it is striking Shigaraki down into the ocean. Here they come! You gonna try to touch those hypersonic powder kegs? Yeah, but that'll mean undoing my laser rule. When I do, you boys take over with concentrated firepower. And as Star is yelling that order to her pilots, you can just see Shigaraki right here burning alive and sizzling within this laser, and he's just thinking to himself, she must know that this isn't doing much to me.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are gonna be okay.
And it looks like Shigaraki isn't alone in this situation, because he has his flying Nomu burning alive right by his side. This United Laser Blast is only meant to stunlock me via relentless damage. All of which tells me she realizes that without a single attack powerful enough to vaporize me into nothing, it's all pointless. Is she waiting for something? Something packing an even bigger punch than this?
Correct!
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
Indeed she is, Shigaraki, and right now it is currently en route to your location. Roger that, Star. We'll be sure to keep his hyper-regen busy, while you switch over to the big booms that really bring the pain. Damn it. It's almost like... And then we got this zoomed-in shot on Shigaraki's eye as he is staring directly up at Star, and he says to himself, no, couldn't be. Yet, she must have a way, a make-or-break moment for us both. Damn it. It's almost like a shitty game of hot potato.
Why is it never easy?
Yo, and look at the intense face expressions on Star, and especially on Shigaraki right here. That demonic grin as his skin is just burning off of his body. Because right now, both of them are realizing that this is going to be a make or break moment in this battle. Star right now cannot afford to mess this up, because if Shigaraki is able to break free, get close to her, and if he even touches her once, it's going to be game over right then and there.
It's like tag for keeps.
Very poor choice of words.
I can see the future!
So for right now, let's just see how this shitty game of hot potato is about to go down.
Whenever you're ready.
And right here, we can see Star getting into position as she is swinging her one arm off to the side, but keeping the other one firmly gripped upon the Max Laser. Behold. And we can see her stand mimicking her movements as the pilots are flying into position, and we can see the missiles approaching the stand's hand. And Star yells out, here's the countdown.
Proceed with the countdown. All groups assume attack coordinates.
3, 2, 1. And here we go. We can see Star stand letting go of the Max Laser and gripping the missiles within its other hand. But we can also see that Star has been flung off of the jet she was standing on, and she is tapping one of the missiles with her open hand. Now, before these things rip my arm off at the elbow, new order. Tiamat is redirected. And as soon as she created that new rule, we can see the Max Laser beginning to disappear. As long as the rule applies to even a single missile, and we can see the pilots moving in, yelling fire, yo, and wasting no time at all, we can see Shigaraki speed blitzing his way up toward Star as all the pilots unleash their lasers upon Shigaraki, keeping him in place as Star is spinning in the air, redirecting those missiles, and is getting ready to smash them down upon Shigaraki.
Bogies approaching fast! I could use some backup! Offensive maneuvers! Cover each other!
3, 2, 1.
All right, let's do this. My engines are all fired up.
Broadcast files and attack positions.
Mine.
Fire!
Yo! Damn! This right here is absolutely insane. We have an awesome double-page spread right here where we can see Star Stan smashing those Tiamat missiles down upon Shigaraki and unleashing a massive explosion. State-of-the-art, hypersonic intercontinental cruise, punch! And that's the title of the chapter. Roll credits.
He said it! He said it!
Roll those damn credits right now.
Oh, my sweet
My
Jesus.
God.
That's rad.
Now that right there is an atomic level super move. Commander Agbar was not messing around by sending in these Tiamat missiles.
Behold.
And what's crazy about this shot is that we kind of have an ideal for scale because we can compare it to Star Stand, which is 1,000 times bigger than herself. And this explosion is making her look tiny in comparison. Plus, we also have the tiny black dots to represent the jets. This is crazy. The United States really did send in the big guns to deal with Shigaraki right here. But despite how impressive this is, we all know that Shigaraki is somehow going to survive this explosion, and I need to know how the hell that is even possible. We know he's got hyper regeneration, but there has to be a certain extent it can heal from, especially with an insane explosion like this. And now we have a zoomed in panel shot showing the point of impact where Star Stan slammed those Tiamat missiles down upon Shigaraki, and we can see the jets go flying back due to the blast as one of the pilots says, "How's that?"
What the fuck?
Yo! This explosion is so massive, we have a shot of Endeavor, Best Jeanist, and Hawks being able to see it from Japan's coastline.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Endeavor right now is probably thinking to himself, what the hell is going on over there between Shigaraki and Star for these two to cause a nuclear blast of this magnitude? This situation is definitely making the Japanese heroes very nervous right here. And from Endeavor, we go back over to Star where we can see her flying back due to the blast, and she is looking down to see the reveal of this massive crater that the explosion created on the ocean floor, and we just see all of this water being dispersed in every direction. Hey! But taking a closer look, Star can see that there is a tiny hole at the center of the crater.
Another win for the good guy.
Yup. And there he is. Shigaraki is alive and well, and we can see him come flying out of that tiny hole like a demon from hell with most of his skin burned off of his body. But right now, he has his sights set on Star.
Oh, fuck.
And that look on Star's face just says it all. She's like, what the hell is with this guy? What does it take to kill this bastard?
I'm in danger!
I can control what my decay affects. And we have Shigaraki thinking back to the war arc when he woke up and was able to control his decay, and how we left that small island he was standing on when decay just spread everywhere. I knew she was preparing something big for me. Our little back and forth thus far told me New Order could only affect 2 things at once, so I also knew that the situation was about to shift. The instant that shift came, I wasted no time in using decay to tunnel into the earth. If I'd run and hid before the big something hit, she would have caught me in the act and adapted.
Oh no!
Yo, Shigaraki basically pulled a Wolverine right here. As the atomic blast went off, he used his decay to create a bunker for himself, and once the blast kind of dissipated and went away, he just used hyper regeneration to restore himself.
You smart. You very smart.
That right there is honestly pretty smart on Shigaraki / All for One's part. It was a gamble that relied on exact timing. A second's delay would have been a fatal error. He used the Nomu as a decoy.
You what?
Wait! So while he was decaying that tunnel, the thing that flew up at Star wasn't Shigaraki then. He sent his flying Nomu as a distraction so that way they wouldn't notice him creating that tunnel as a bunker.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Again, All for One / Shigaraki just showing how smart he is in this moment, outsmarting USA's #1 hero right here. I'm just playing along with your nasty game of hot potato. Star needs support. Back into formation. Give her a place to stand. And we can just see Shigaraki's hyper regen kicking in right here to repair his mutilated, burnt body. Up against anyone but me, that move would have finished the job. But you came up short for once, and you're taking that loss to the grave. Not on my watch. Now. Burst!
Skip it up and that up!
Yo, he just made his flying Nomu remote detonate right here. That is the same exact move and quirk he used against Lady Nagant. It makes sense for him to do this right now. He has no further use of this flying Nomu, so he might as well make it useful, make it self-detonate, and use that explosion to distract these pilots from making their way over to Star.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
I'm done with you now. Let's make this hurt.
Mine.
And we just see Shigaraki moving fast as hell right here as he is jumping from jet to jet, making his way towards Star. Me and myself make better use of your resources. And he is so happy right now. He's like, your quirk is gonna be mine. Mine, 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 mine. And we got the pilot saying, sock it to us, Star, because after all that damage, and we got Star floating in the air with her arms spread open saying, not enough. He's regenerating too quickly. My craft going boom should blow him to bits. Do it now, Star.
Come on. Do it. Do it! Kill me, I'm here! Kill me! Come on, kill me, I'm here!
And this pilot is willing to sacrifice himself in this moment in order to kill Shigaraki. And we can see Star stand placing her hands at the ready, getting ready to crush them as Star is staring Shigaraki down.
Flashback.
I don't like where this is going.
But in this moment, she is thinking back to that flashback at the beginning of the chapter when she was hanging out with her pilot bros. And then we just see a small smile come over her face as she hesitates and doesn't go through with it. No, and we see that Shigaraki has made it to Star, God, and he is placing his hand upon her face.
I feel simply terrible about taking her ability. When I see a good quirk, I can't help but desire it. Quite the bad habit, yes.
It's over. We are screwed.
Yo, this is not good. This is not good at all right here.
This is the worst.
We knew that this was most likely going to happen when we reached the end of the fight, but this is a Quark we do not want to fall within the hands of Shigaraki and All For One. And because Star and Stripe hesitated in this moment to take Shigaraki out and to sacrifice one of her pilot bros, Shigaraki is now in the process of stealing New Order and is most likely going to decay Star and Stripe, much like he did with his father Kotaro when he was a kid. That right there is the end of the chapter. Next chapter hits November 14th.
We'll be the ones walking away from this. I'm done with you now. Let's make this hurt.
Victory is my destiny.
Don't feel right. Energy draining.
Yo, it looks like we have come to the worst case scenario. Shigaraki and All For One have most likely acquired and stolen New Order from Star and Stripe. And if that is the case, I am very curious to see how Deku and all of our other pro heroes are going to fight back against them, because it's going to be next to impossible with them being in possession of this Quark. But I am still holding out a little bit of hope that Star was able to implement a new rule or something before the events on this last page, because going into next chapter, it can go a couple of ways. Shigaraki could have stolen this Quark and he could decay Star and kill her, or he could steal the Quark and she lives. He doesn't steal the Quark and she lives. Maybe she dies. I have no idea, but I am just hoping that Star was able to do something before Shigaraki just grabbed her face. Horikoshi, you have my attention with this final shot, and I am excited and very, very nervous to see what is about to go down in next week's chapter. So with that, guys, that right there is my live reaction to chapter 332 of My Hero Academia. But for now, I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on the events of this chapter. What do you guys think about the chapter overall, especially with that final shot of Shigaraki supposedly stealing New Order from Star? And as we go into next chapter, if the Quark was stolen, how screwed are our heroes moving forward? And if not, is there any way for Star to get away alive in this situation? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon that you guys can be alerted for every new MHA reaction that pops up on the channel. But if you guys want to talk about other things or talk about MHA outside of YouTube, feel free to also follow me over on Twitter. A link to my Twitter account can also be found in the description down below. But that's going to do it for me here, guys. So until next week, we have chapter 333 of My Hero Academia. I'll talk to you guys next time. But remember, go beyond plus Ultra!